Let's bring in CBS News Justice reporter Paula Reid in our Washington bureau. So Paula, you are a lawyer in addition to being our CBS News Justice reporter. You've described President Trump's tweets as a, quote, gift for those who are fighting the travel ban in court. How undermining is the president's social media activity to their legal case?
Well, Elaine, these completely undermine the Department of Justice's legal argument. I've seen them argue several times now in court, and they make two key points. One is that this is not a travel ban. They try to argue that this is national security policy. It has nothing to do with the promised Muslim ban. Sean Spicer has said that. Many other top White House officials have tried to argue it's not a travel ban. That's just a nickname that the media gave it. But here you have the president tripling down on the fact that this is indeed a travel ban. Another problem, Elaine, is that when these judges have blocked the travel ban, many times they have said, even if this policy was legitimate on its face, we cannot help but take the greater context into consideration. That context being campaign statements that the president made promising a Muslim ban. And the Justice Department has always tried to dismiss that and say, you can't take into consideration things that were said in the heat of battle on the campaign trail. But Elaine, here now they're losing that argument as well, because you have the President of the United States making these arguments via Twitter.
Right, the campaign is over. Well, Paula, by saying that he preferred the first version of the travel ban, in a sense, the president is throwing his own Justice Department under the bus for orders he signed. Could we see any fallout for something like this?
Well, certainly not. I think the Attorney General, Jeff Sessions, he's very loyal to the president. His Department of Homeland Security chief, both of them have been very loyal to the president. They have helped him craft a travel ban 2.0, which was expected to have a greater chance of passing judicial scrutiny. And Elaine, the president has done a lot of things to help his case. He went to Saudi Arabia. He reached out to Muslim countries. The Justice Department lawyers had a lot to work with as they approached the Supreme Court. But here, Elaine, he's really undermining the Justice Department's case and making it so difficult for them to enforce something that, as you noted, he signed. This isn't the Justice Department doing this to him. All he's really doing is giving the other side the opportunity to say, look, the president doesn't even like Travel Ban 2.0. He preferred Travel Ban 1, the original. He only signed this one because he had to. I mean, it just doesn't help them at all.
Well, so bottom line here, Paula, how do you think these tweets will impact the standing with the Supreme Court?
Well, that's a great question, because right now the Supreme Court needs to decide whether or not it's going to take up this case. Right now, they've asked those who oppose the travel ban to submit their arguments to the court, and these tweets are going to make it into those briefs, Elaine. They've given them a lot of fodder. And so when the Supreme Court looks at all the facts in front of them, they will see that the Fourth Circuit has blocked the travel ban. The Ninth Circuit still has it under consideration, but it is expected that the Ninth Circuit will also continue to block the ban. And Elaine, if you have two major circuits on opposite sides of the country blocking a policy, and you receive arguments from two sides where one clearly has a stronger argument, it's less ripe, to use a Supreme Court term, for the court to take up. So it's not looking as likely as it was before that the Supreme Court will opt to hear this out.
All right, well, switching gears, CBS News has confirmed the authenticity of a top secret NSA document that says Russian hackers got deeper into the U.S. election system than originally thought. And just days before the voting, you've reported that the DOJ has just charged a contractor. Do we know if it's connected, Paula?
Well, no one is waving us off of the suggestion that these two are connected. Now, the report that this young woman, her name is Reality Lee Winner, she was arrested in Georgia on Saturday. She leaked a report to an online media outlet, and the report had the same date, May 5th, as the report that was reported in The Intercept. And Elaine, it's not always the case that the Department of Justice chooses to unseal charges in a case like this and issue a big press release. Clearly, they wanted to get people's attention, and Attorney General Sessions, Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein, and others, they have promised to be very aggressive and crack down on leaks. So even if they are not related, the Justice Department says no comment. The Justice Department clearly wants you to think they are and send a message. They're going to prosecute leakers.
So do you think that we could see perhaps similar cases like this being made public in the weeks ahead?
Absolutely. There are leak investigations underway. The Justice Department is being very aggressive about this. With all due respect to Ms. Winner, based on the complaint that we read, the details we got in the charging documents, she is not a particularly sophisticated leaker. She used company photocopiers to make copies of the documents she leaked. She communicated with them on work email. I mean, this was sort of low-hanging fruit for them, and it seems like they're going to go after as many people as they can to send a message that they are not going to tolerate sharing information with the media.
All right, Justice reporter Paula Reid in Washington. Paula, thanks very much for your analysis. Appreciate it.